I'm Devorah Wallen, and I'd like to share my Tea for Two, my Torah thought, for 2 minutes more or less. Parshas Tzav continues with the themes of Vayikra, outlining the various types of sacrifices and the procedures for offering them. The focus of this parsha is on the priestly duties in performing these sacrifices and maintaining the temple's sanctity. Even though we don't have the tabernacle or the holy temple to offer these material sacrifices, since the Torah always has relevance, we need to find meaning from these themes in our own life. The generic word for sacrifice in the Holy Tongue is korban, from the root kuf resh vez, meaning close. Thus, a korban is a means of elevating oneself and coming close to Hashem. As we learned in last week's portion, it says, Adam ki yakriv korban mikem, a person who will offer the korban from amongst you. The Kabbalistic interpretation is that the animal offering is from the person, him or herself, that we each have desires that need to be elevated from within us. By offering something to God, we are giving of ourselves as an expression of our devotion and desire to connect with Him. Hasidus explains our own personal sacrifices of time and energy to good and godly things as our contemporary parallel. Our selfless acts help us overcome our selfish desires, connecting us with a higher purpose. So it's not only about sacrificing something physical, but an inner giving that inspires self-transcendence and self-transformation. The refinement of our inner thoughts, feelings, and emotions is our offering. The elements of the sacrifices are also symbolic. For example, the burnt offering, which is completely consumed by fire, represents our desire to completely surrender ourselves, melting our desires, so to speak, to Hashem. The meal offering, the most basic form of food consisting of flour and oil, represents our efforts to refine our physical and base materialistic nature. The sin offering, which is meant to atone for our mistakes and misdeeds, represents our willingness to take responsibility for our actions and seek forgiveness when we err from day to day. We should be able to redirect ourselves and apologize for our misdeeds while being accepted and forgiven for them at the same time. So our parsha is not a mere historical account of the sacrifices performed in the Mishkan, but also a metaphor for our own personal and private service, connecting us with the divine. The sacrificial offerings of the Mishkan and temple times represent our own willingness to give something of ourselves and to refine our inner nature. May we all be inspired to find the best of our own inner flock, offering it toward a greater connection with Hashem and His world.